You know, imagine for a moment you're standing at the edge of a cliff. The wind is whipping at your face. Below, a vast expanse. The edge right there, daring you. And what do you feel? Fear. That terrifying, spine-chilling sensation that says, turn around, go back, you're not ready. But what if that fear wasn't the enemy? What if it's the very signal that you're ready? What if instead of shrinking back in terror, you take one step forward, lean in, just lean in. Just lean into that fear. You've felt it, haven't you? The sensation that stops you in your tracks, pulls at your chest, and turns your mind to mush. That's the thing we run from most in life, fear. But what if running at fear is the secret to unlocking everything that you've been craving? Think about it. Every time you step into the storm, every time you do it anyway, even when your legs feel like jelly and your heart pounds like a drum, you break the chains. You break the cycle of stagnation. Now, why does this matter? Because, my friend, the act of facing that fear, it's like plugging yourself into the very source of your growth. The moment you do that, you start to see results, and those results, they become evidence, proof, unquestionable proof that you can succeed. And when you have proof, that belief, that conviction in your gut, it grows. Doesn't it feel powerful? And I know you're thinking, but what if I fail? Well, guess what? Failure doesn't exist. It's a myth. It's a story you've been sold to keep you stuck, to keep you in the cycle. Instead, every misstep, every bump, every so-called failure, it's just feedback. Feedback to get better, to learn, to adjust. Think about it. You've been walking your entire life, right? Ever fallen? Probably. Did you stop walking because you fell? No. You learned, you adapted, you kept going. And you keep going because you know that you can. And that belief, it's unstoppable. It's the same thing in every area of your life. The story you tell yourself about fear, about failure, about success, it's all yours. You control it. And right now, in this moment, you're starting to realize you've always been in control. Every emotion, every thought, every moment you ever experienced, it's been your lens, your reality. But the moment you shift the lens, the moment you own the lens, everything changes. You can change the meaning of every thought, every feeling, every moment. Every fear becomes an opportunity, every doubt a stepping stone. And what happens when you start living that way? You become magnetic. You become a force that others can't help but be drawn to. Why? Because you radiate certainty. And when you radiate certainty, you attract more certainty, more confidence, more opportunities, more life. And you know what else you attract? People. People who resonate with your energy, with your authenticity. Why? Because that's all we really want. To feel seen, to feel understood, to feel that we matter. Imagine walking into a room and everyone just feels it. They feel you're comfortable in your own skin. They feel that you believe in yourself. That belief, that energy is contagious. It's powerful. You don't even have to say a word. People are magnetized by that energy. And you know what? You've always known this deep down. You've always known when you're truly yourself, unapologetically yourself, people can't help but connect with you. Because they're looking for the same thing. They want to feel safe in their own skin. They want to feel seen too. And when you show up like that, you give them permission to do the same. Think about the times you felt really alive. Where were you? What were you doing? Who were you with? Chances are you were present. You weren't second guessing yourself, wondering if you were good enough or worthy enough. You were there. You were real. And that's the secret to everything. So let me ask you, what if you stopped needing approval? What if the only validation that mattered was your own? What if you didn't need to wait for someone else's approval to step up, to speak your truth, to take the leap? And I know right now your brain's working overtime. But what about failure? What if people think I'm crazy? What if I get it wrong? Well, let me tell you something. Success, it's not about getting it perfect. It's about learning. It's about action, taking action. Every time you take action, every time you do something despite the fear, you're proving to yourself that you can. And when you have that evidence, you don't just believe you can, you know you can. And when you know you can, the world starts opening up. You start attracting new opportunities, new people, new experiences. And here's the kicker. Every time you lean into that fear, every time you take that step forward, even when everything inside you is screaming to run, you're building something more than just confidence. You're building momentum. Momentum is what propels you forward faster than you ever thought possible. The more you step into that fear, the less it holds power over you. And the more you create this feedback loop of action, belief, and success, the less you'll care about what anyone else thinks. Here's the truth. The only thing holding you back from the next level of success, the only thing keeping you stuck in those cycles of fear and doubt, is the belief that you can't. You've been playing small because you've been believing that you're not enough, that you're not ready. But I'll tell you something. You've always been ready. Every moment, every setback, every challenge, it's been preparing you for this exact moment, for now, for stepping forward into the unknown. So here's the deal. You're enough. You're always enough. And when you stop believing the stories that tell you otherwise, you'll realize just how much power you have. The truth is, you've always had the ability to change your reality. All you needed was the courage to step forward, the courage to face that fear, to break free from those chains, the courage to act, even when you don't feel ready. And let me tell you something. That's when the magic happens. Now step up. The world is waiting for you to stop hiding. Stop fearing. Start living. Your life, your future depends on it.